सोऽहं बांसुरी स्वराजः यह लोकसभाया सदस्यत्वेन निर्वाचितः।
ঈশ্বরের নামে শপথ করিতেছি যে विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारतीय संविधानेर प्रति
अनन्य श्रद्धा व निष्ठा बाळगीन। भारतीय सार्वभौमत्वाचे आणि भारतीय एकतेचे निर्धाराने रक्षण करीन। भारत दी प्रभुता ते खंडता की में सबने थवा ऊपर मन्नंग ते जेडी जिम्मेवारी।
భారత దేశ సార్వభౌమత్వాన్ని సమగ్రతను కాపాడుతానని నా బాధ్యతలను శ్రద్ధాశక్తులతో మరియు అంతఃకరణ శుద్ధితో నిర్వహిస్తానని దైవ సాక్షిగా ప్రమాణం చేస్తున్నాను.
ಕೈಗೊಳ್ಳಲಿರುವ ಕರ್ತವ್ಯವನ್ನು ಶ್ರದ್ಧಾಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ದೇವರ ಹೆಸರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇನೆ.
Good evening, viewers. What you experienced just now was India's linguistic diversity on display. Our parliament, temple of our democracy, is the most accurate depictor of Indian diversity, and these members of parliament were taking oath in the language of their choice, which included Sanskrit also. And it wasn't the first time. In fact, already there is an oath-taking format for the recognized languages in the parliament. The 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution listed, in 1950, 14 languages, and that included Sanskrit as well. And since then, 8 more languages have been added to the list of 22 languages. Now, I'm stating these facts today, viewers, for a reason. Because what happened today in Santan was a bit shocking. A very senior politician, DMK MP Dayanidhi Maran, opposed the simultaneous interpretation of Lok Sabha proceedings in Sanskrit. Can you believe it? He called it waste of taxpayers' money. And not just that, he even linked it to the RSS ideology. He said Sanskrit is not communicable. Citing 2011 census, he said it has only 73,000 speakers. Hence, he is okay with state languages except Sanskrit. Then, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla quickly countered him, saying that Sanskrit has been our primary language. Watch what happened during the 0 hour in Parliament.
Can you tell me which state official language is Sanskrit? Why are you wasting taxpayers' money, which the language is not even communicable?
आप दुनिया के किस देश में रह रहे हो? हमने कहा 22 भाषाओं में, केवल संस्कृत में नहीं कहा. आपको संस्कृत भाषा की क्यों आपत्ति हुई? आपको हिंदी में आपत्ति हो, आपको संस्कृत में भाषा हो. भारत में 22 भाषाएं हैं जो संसद में मान्यता प्राप्त है, और 22 भाषाओं में होगी, संस्कृत में भी होगी और हिंदी में भी होगी.
Can you tell me which state official language is Sanskrit? Why are you wasting taxpayers' money, which the language is not even communicable?
आप दुनिया के किस देश में रह रहे हो? हमने कहा 22 भाषाओं में, केवल संस्कृत में नहीं कहा. आपको संस्कृत भाषा की क्यों आपत्ति हुई? आपको हिंदी में आपत्ति हो, आपको संस्कृत में भाषा हो. भारत में 22 भाषाएं हैं जो संसद में मान्यता प्राप्त है, और 22 भाषाओं में होगी, संस्कृत में भी होगी और हिंदी में भी होगी.
Now, the question, viewers, is that it's not that suddenly Sanskrit as a language is being brought in. It's not an alien idea to Parliament. But DMK has a history of sparking a language debate. DMK has often targeted Hindi, and today its MP had a problem with Sanskrit language. We want to ask, why? Is the party anti-Sanskrit or anti-diversity? That's the big debate coming up on Blueprint Explosive Exclusive. Joining us on the broadcast are my guests. We have Narayan Tirupati, spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Rahul Ishwar, who is an activist, Dr. Pula Rao, who is a political analyst, also live with us, and shortly we will be joined by Salim Dharnidharan, spokesperson of the DMK. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Rahul Ishwar, let me begin this debate with you. You heard what happened in the Parliament today. How will you like to respond to the questions that were raised by the DMK MP, Mr. Dayanidhi Maran, on the language Sanskrit?
I would like to humbly remind Dayanidhi Maran ji regarding the father of our constitution, the great Baba Saheb Ambedkar. He should be knowing Baba Saheb Ambedkar moved an amendment to make Sanskrit the national language of India. Please remember, the greatest of Indian, the greatest son of Bharat Mata, the greatest of Dalit leaders, the greatest constitutional leader, moved an amendment to make Sanskrit the national language of India. And please remember, Sanskrit is one of the oldest languages in the world. The mother of all Proto-Indo-European languages, or what is called PIE. Sanskrit is one of the greatest contributions of India to the world, along with Tamil. Both Sanskrit and Tamil belong to us. And Sanskrit is the core dhatu and etymology of Sanskrit. Is there in English? Is there in every other language? So Sanskrit is one of the greatest contributions that India or Bharat has given to the world. And why should anybody have an apathy towards it? This is the reason why we say Sanskrit should be celebrated, Tamil should be celebrated, all the language should be celebrated. Please remember, Baba Saheb Ambedkar wanted Sanskrit as the national language of India. Please remember this point.
Okay. Salim Dharanidharan of the DMK is also now joining us live. The question, Salim Dharanidharan, that's being asked today is, earlier DMK as a party used to target Hindi language. Now even Sanskrit is being targeted. The question is why, and why link it to RSS ideology when Sanskrit as a language is not alien to Parliament?
Target? What do you mean by DMK as a party has been targeting Hindi or Sanskrit? DMK as a party has not been targeting any language. In fact, the Prathmik Hindi exam, highest number of student exam takers are from Tamil Nadu. The point is, we've been only against the imposition of Hindi. I don't know, 100 times, 100 debates, the ideology of DMK is not clear, right? Even some newspapers in Tamil Nadu, they give false information. DMK is only against the imposition of Hindi or imposition of any language for that matter. People are free to learn whatever language they want to learn. Right? That is the point. Why did we then have anti-Hindi protest? Because they wanted to make the Hindi the national language. So that's why...
Then why did Mr. Dayanidhi Maran today in Parliament said, why are we wasting taxpayers' money on translating debates into Sanskrit?
See, what is the basis of the Parliament? The Parliament is to represent the people and then see how the people's tax-paying money are spent. So why was it wrong for an MP to pose a question which is that when this language is just mother tongue to about 70,000 odd people and it's not even a mentioned language in any of the states, why is it that the money has to be spent to translate that language? Why is it that you're allocating a lot of money, like 300 crores to Sanskrit, only 10 crores to Tamil? So that was the question which he asked. I don't think there was anything wrong in it. If at all you wanted to reply, you could have replied back why you are doing it. But again, my previous speaker said Sanskrit is the oldest language. No, Tamil is the oldest language. Now we have all the archaeological evidence, right, which says that Tamil was a language in Indus Valley civilization. Tamil Brahmini script has been found. And then there's also proof that says Tamil civilization is oldest because the steel has been... right?
Do you know about the 8th schedule of the Constitution, Salim Dharanidharan, before I go across to my other guest for a response?
I know.
8th schedule of the Constitution has got a list of about 22 languages. At number 14, we have Sanskrit. At number 16, we have Tamil. So I want to ask you, even if there are 73,000 odd people who speak Sanskrit as per the 2011 census that Mr. Dayanidhi Maran had raised, do these people not have a right to listen to the debates and all in Sanskrit? What about the MPs who took oath in Sanskrit? Do they not matter to DMK?
Then I'll have to retort to you, Heena, then why, do you know why the Parliament exists? Parliament exists to ask questions. Right? The question is that why are you wasting tax money? You give a reply. You are saying you shouldn't even ask the question. Right? Are we saying don't do it? Are we saying, right? We are asking why? You give a reply. That is why the Parliament exists. Right? To ask questions.
Narayan Tirupati, how will you like to respond? According to Mr. Salim Dharanidharan, Mr. Dayanidhi Maran was only doing his job. He was only asking a question. There is nothing wrong in it. What if he compared, Sanskrit to RSS ideology?
Heena. First of all, what is meant by Dayanidhi? If Sanskrit is a waste, then Dayanidhi Maran is a waste. Because Dayanidhi means a compassionate person. We have to understand. It is a Sanskrit word. So first let him change his name and come and talk in Parliament. An irresponsible, immature, arrogant speech what Mr. Dayanidhi Maran, not now. Every time he talks because he wants to prove that he is talking for Dravidian ideology or DMK, because there are good people in DMK also to talk, discuss, healthy subjects. But Mr. Dayanidhi Maran has always made it a habit that he wants to make noise, talk negatively. This is what he has been doing for a very long time. And I think the speaker, Mr. Om Birla, took a beautiful counseling for Mr. Dayanidhi Maran, asked him, in which part of the world do you know? You are in Bharat. And we are translating 22 languages. I don't think you need any class more for Mr. Dayanidhi Maran. If at all he needs more class, I think he has to go for counseling. Because, this is India. You cannot abuse a language which is also there. Tamil is the oldest language. Tamil is the sweetest language. I challenge, yes, Tamil is the oldest language. But you cannot abuse any other language. Who are you to abuse some other language? This is absolutely condemnable. He has to apologize. Otherwise, I'm telling you, DMK will be wiped off from the history of India if they are going to do this continuously. That is what Mr. Om Birla said. You are continuously against the Hindi and the Sanskrit. What is this? You are having a name.
Will DMK apologize? BJP is demanding an apology from DMK. Salem Dharanidharan, will DMK apologize? Quick response, then I'll go across to Dr. Pula Rao.
Madam, for what? For asking a question. You come and do a survey in Tamil Nadu, if it should be translated, I think 90% of the people will say no. Right? So our job is to voice people's opinion. And why should we apologize? We only ask the question. Why should we apologize for saying a question?
Dr. Pula Rao, where do you stand on this particular issue? Do you think the question that was raised by DMK MP Mr. Dayanidhi Maran was correct, as Mr. Salem Dharanidharan is trying to say? Or do you think it is political compulsion, and that's the reason why first it used to be targeting Hindi, now Sanskrit is being targeted? Because, he even went on to say he linked it to RSS ideology. Dr. Pula Rao.
The defense of Tamil is a very good thing. It is the oldest language we have. There's nothing wrong with it. We should be proud that when Europeans and others were going through sign language or battering each other, we had a language 6,000 years ago. And I think there is no competition as such. Every Indian is proud of Tamil, and the history, it has contributed to an unbroken history of India. When we say we have thousands of years of history, obviously it is linked by Tamil. There should be no dispute there, and I'm glad that everybody says so. Secondly, what I understood, what Mr. Dayanidhi Maran said was, is it not a waste of time? Definitely, if you observed Parliament, if you visited it often, the translators department, it is only going to create another 4 or 5 jobs for life, for something they will translate which nobody listens.
No, Dr. Pula Rao, let me correct you there. Let me correct you there. He said, why should taxpayers' money be wasted because of RSS ideology? He said that he quoted the 2011 census saying that about 73,000 odd speakers, use Sanskrit. So why use taxpayers' money?
You see, if even, the translation is meant for the MPs, not for you and me. There's no channel, Sanskrit channel. If I'm not incorrect, in the 700, 800 MPs, somebody switches on Sanskrit, everybody has some other language, and suddenly he decides, today let me listen to this gibberish of some other MP in Sanskrit. He can switch on. That's what I'm sure. And I am against waste, just adding languages. I'm saying somebody is not listening. It's an insult. It's a valuable language. We are all proud of it.
Rahul Ishwar, how will you like to respond to what Dr. Pula Rao said? Is it a waste of money if something is being translated in Sanskrit? A language that not many people speak, but nobody is bothered about the fact that it is part of the 22 languages in the 8th schedule of the Constitution, the same Constitution's copy that all MPs, take the oath of.
And please remember, where does Satyameva Jayade, which is written in front of Supreme Court, coming from? These are all coming from Sanskrit. Please remember, Sanskrit is not only the 70,000 people. Every Indian language has elements of Sanskrit, especially the Proto-Indo-European languages. We should be proud of that. And one more thing, I really appreciate Narayan Tirupati ji for saying this. I'm a proud South Indian. I'm a proud Indian. Swami Vivekananda said, PM Modi ji said, Tamil is the oldest language in the world. We are proud of it. We belong to both Tamil and Sanskrit. Why can't we celebrate both? See, the whole idea of language war is anti-Indian. We need Tamil, which is one of the oldest languages in the world, which Swami Vivekananda even told 100 plus years back.
Okay.
Modi ji perhaps was the first prime minister to point it out 6 times. Modi ji is on record 6 times telling the antiquity of Tamil. And in the exam program,
Okay.
he categorically said Tamil is older than Sanskrit. Why can't we celebrate both? Why hate Sanskrit?
Why can't we celebrate both? Why should anybody have a problem with any other language, especially the one that is part of the Constitution? It is there in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Salim Dayanidhi Maran wants to respond. Then I'll go across to Narayan Tirupati.
See, the basis is that we are asking a question, why are you wasting taxpayers' money? You would exactly come and explain what is the money that you have spent. And we would come and give another reply saying this money could be spent on alleviating poverty. That's about it. Then the government can give an explanation.
But Salim Dayanidhi Maran, with due respect, it did not end there. After saying why should taxpayers' money be wasted because of RSS ideology? And that's where the political motives are coming from. That's the question that's being asked. Something that even the Lok Sabha speaker today said.
We know what the RSS ideology very well is. RSS ideology is first to create divide people on communal lines. Second is to create one language, one religion, one food, one culture. And
That is why I'm asking you a question. Is it a political compulsion that you have to target the RSS, or you genuinely are worried about wastage of taxpayers' money? Please answer.
First of all, RSS ideology is a waste of taxpayers' money. Both are intertwined. So both questions are intertwined. I'm saying all the things that BJP is trying to do is waste of taxpayers' money because of RSS ideology.
Narayan Tirupati, please respond.
Oh, what did he say? I'm not able to hear it.
Salim Dayanidhi Maran.
No, what did he say?
No, he's saying that both are linked to each other, wasting taxpayers' money and the RSS ideology.
No, see, number one, if they call that Sanskrit is RSS ideology, I am very proud. Yes, Sanskrit is also a oldest language. It is an Indian language. I am very happy. But wasting the taxpayers' money means a person who is having his own name in Sanskrit is definitely, we are wasting our money in sending him to parliament. He is a person we are wasting from Tamil Nadu. I can only say that. See, these people wantedly, there are a lot of problems in Tamil Nadu. Lot of problems are heavy. And the violence against women and children are happening, girl children are happening in a large scale. So they want to hide everything. So they want to create a lot of issues. There is no economic growth in Tamil Nadu. Now they say, you talk about language, you talk about state rights and all those things. This is what Dayanidhi Maran is meant for.
Okay.
He is a ruthless person.
Okay, I want to give the last word now to Dr. Pula Rao, closing comments, because when it comes to Parliament, we expect them to represent the people of our country, the members of Parliament who are sent to the Parliament. We expect them to represent each one of us. We call it the best depictor of India's diversity. So what will you say to what happened today in the Sansan?
I think it's fine. He has his opinion. He has said it. It's making us think. And I personally feel that the 22 channels they are translating in Parliament is a waste of money, because I witnessed to it many times for many years. It's a waste of money.
So it shouldn't be translated in any language, you're saying?
Why should you spend that money, give a scholarship to some boy to learn Sanskrit? I welcome it. What is this waste?
Okay.
It is a waste. What he has said is it's a waste.
10 seconds, Rahul Ishwar. Just last 10 seconds. I'm completely out of time.
Even Dharanidhi Maran word is Sanskrit. All of our names have Sanskrit element. Bharat has Sanskrit element. All of Hindustan has Sanskrit elements. Sanskrit is the mother of a great number of Indian languages. Please respect our legacy, both Sanskrit and Tamil. Tamil is glorious, Sanskrit is equally glorious. Let us respect both.
All right, I'll have to wind up this debate, but thank you very much, all of you gentlemen, for joining us here on Blueprint Explosive Exclusive this evening. Narayan Tirupati, Rahul Ishwar, Salim Dayanidhi Maran and Dr. Pula Rao. Clearly, that's going to be our focus ahead as well. For now, slipping into a very short break. We'll be back with lots more.